Hello and welcome back to another video. Now today, I was thinking, while everybody else is out there searching for a Switch 2, I can do one better. Because what's more than 2? Well, 3. And what's 3? 3DO. So I got myself down here a 3DO system instead of a Switch 2 because, that's just so much better, right? Now, I don't even believe that myself. But there are some interesting games on here, and one of these considers itself, as it says on the box, the first true interactive movie for your 3DO system. Now, you can look at that as either a very good thing, or why would you ever even try to play that sort of thing? Well, it's interesting because it has Mark Hamill in space. Yes, this is not Star Wars, but this has Mark Hamill playing a starship pilot as part of Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger, which you have Tiger Man here, which I found his name is Hobbs. So I did try to play this before. Well, let's just get the system going because it takes a while before you get to the game. I tried to play this. I tried to film it. I was having a horrible time. Couldn't figure out what I was doing. And it turns out on a 3DO system, let me grab the controller. This is what a 3DO controller looks like. You have 3 buttons, start and select, in theory, directions, L and R. You would think, okay, that's it. There shouldn't be that much that you can do here. Well, you're wrong. In this system, overall, there is just tons of button combinations that you have to push. So, for example, with this, in some games they call it the shift key. Well, it's not the shift key, it's the pause play key. There's also the P key. And then there's the stop key, which is also the X key. Crazy stuff. Let's start a new game. But, in all that looking around, trying to figure out what I was doing, there was instructions. Look at all that. These are all the button combinations you can push. Now, there's one column that's for joysticks if you happen to have a joystick. And then there's the one for the keypad. But just look at all those. Look at that. It's for a 3-button controller. That's ridiculous. But now that I have an idea of what we're doing, maybe we can make some progress. There's a good 5 minutes of video before you actually get to the game. So we're going to skip ahead just a bit. Just because there's a lot here. It tells you starring Mark Hamill. Eventually, you as Mark Hamill lands in this docking bay. And that's where we're going to start off. I'll show you some of the video because we have to go talk to our good friend Hobbs, the elephant lion. And here comes Mark, a.k.a. something with a B. I don't remember his name on here. Alright, let's go say hi to Hobbs, who was this close to retirement, but sadly not today.
Does this boar agree with you?
Yeah, like a pair of busted wing flaps. But it's great to see you, buddy.
And how is the fine?
One thing I have to give it is the quality of the video is much higher than some of the other systems, especially the Sega CD. But this is across 4 discs. That could be why.
But hey, I got good news for you. Put you back on the fly roster.
But I requested.
Yeah, he requested to not be on the flight roster. But, oh well. Alright, so we figured that out. We're going to go get our flight briefing. There's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot more cutscenes. If you go out to the lift, you'll talk to Tiny Obi-Wan. But you'll see him in here in just a second. And it's not actually Obi-Wan. It's just kind of... When I first saw him, I was like, oh, it looks kind of like Ewan McGregor.
Trying to put that reputation
It's not.
of yours to the test. Combat intelligence tells us that the Karate
So,
presence is growing
basically,
here in the Rossini system.
we're going to do a sweep
You and your wingman are to fly
and
the
shoot
team.
out some enemies.
These are the mission objectives.
Everybody has to stand up for that for
One
some
last
reason.
thing.
One last thing. Nobody's selectable except for your good old friend Hobbs that was about to retire.
Hobbs, you're on my wing for this one. Dismissed. Good luck.
Yeah, no time for any sort of I didn't sign up for this. Because apparently, you don't get that option. Let's go fly this mission. There are a lot of other things that we could do. But we're going to use this paper here and see if we can figure this out. So, he's getting all suited up in some very unfitting, very air pilot sort of helmet for space conditions. We won't get into that because even the suits in Star Wars don't make much sense either sometimes. We'll just go with it. Alright. So, destination sweep 1. We want to go into autopilot, I believe. And to do autopilot, we want to push L and B at the same time. There we go. I spent 20 minutes trying to figure that out before.
Sighted enemy
All right.
craft, Colonel.
They're here.
Ready to engage.
Waypoint reached.
Now then, let's fire. Oh. I think we missed him.
Ready to engage.
This is not easy with the keypad. Are we hitting him or what?
Ready to engage.
I think we got one of them. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Destination 2. Autopilot.
I am ready to engage.
Oh, we're being followed. Where is he?
Sighted enemy craft, Colonel.
Waypoint area not secure.
Alright. There's enemy craft behind us. We can use the radar that's down here. It took me a long time to find that as well. We won't talk about that part. Let's turbo up a little closer. It's hard to hit him. I know, in some form we can probably shoot rockets. But let's boost with L and R together. There we go. Did we take care of everything? I believe so. Let's autopilot. No. That's our friend Hobbs there. He's blue. Alright, there's one more enemy coming in on the radar. Right over here. Let's go take him out. Oh, I think we went too fast. There we go. We got him. We got him. Is that everybody? Yes. Now we're autopiloting out of here. This is exciting. I figured out how to play a 3DO game.
Waypoint.
All of my 3DO games have been almost unplayable. Oh, we'll get into that in another video. Alright, let's find out. I'm definitely going to need this. I have a game called Flying Nightmares. It's been an absolute nightmare. I can't even get the plane to take off. Every time I do it, immediately crashes. Alright, so there's Hobbs. I'm not seeing much. Can we just autopilot onto point 3? Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's go check out point 3. There's nobody at point 2.
Sighted enemy
There we go. Point 2 was nice and clear.
Waypoint reached.
Alright, let's take him out. There's gotta be a way to... Oop, missile.
I am ready to engage.
I think I'm firing the missiles. I'm firing the missile at something, but it's not hitting them. We'll go back to just regular old fire. Yeah.
I am ready to engage.
Then do it, Hobbs. I don't remember how to tell you to go. Can we pause? Pause? Alright.
Breaking attack. Engaging enemy now.
There's another enemy coming in.
Die with dishonor.
Let's see if we... There he is. Oh, he's close. Alright.
Dispatched enemy fighter. Mission complete, Colonel.
Alright. Mission complete. Let's go back to our little spaceship hangar area. I believe we're supposed to go back here. But we'll figure that part out. The good part is we finished the mission. It's very exciting. I think maybe we go into this hangar over here. I think we can even barrel roll.
Maintain radio silence.
Oh,
Affirmative, Colonel.
I didn't mean to tell him to be quiet, but I told him to be quiet. See, in my mind, I should be going into... Nope. Well, that's enough for this one. I'll figure out how we land some other time. But yeah, this is probably the first 3DO game that I've had some good luck with. Maybe we'll try Flying Nightmares next and see how bad it goes. But overall, the 3DO has some pretty impressive graphics. I'd say this was before PS1 really got going. This is 93 to about 95 is when this was in its heyday. So for that time period, I say the 3DO looks pretty good. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.